gonna fight up from me. On a hippie trailhead full of zombies. I met a strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under? Where women go and men don't know. Can't you hear the thunder? You gotta run, you gotta take cover. We are living in a land down under. Where women go and men don't know.
Hey now, everybody. Let's do a quick test. I just want to make sure. I've been having a little bit of troubles this morning, but welcome to Aussie Rules. Hang on a second. Let's have a look. Yeah, it seems to be working. Oh, I can hear myself. So, welcome to Aussie Rules. It's the 19th of May here in pretty ordinary Brisbane day. It's Sunday here. And, there's still a problem. Isn't there? There's still a problem. Oh no, it's coming through. Okay. I still don't see my microphone levels coming up in my OBS. So that could still be a problem, which I really, really didn't want at this stage. Let's have a look. Does anyone else use OBS out there? I think everybody's probably using OBS out there, right? Yeah, microphone. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I see it. Okay. So hopefully I didn't screw up that beginning, but I see my levels now coming up, which is pretty good. Let me just turn them up a little bit. Okay. So welcome to Aussie Rules, and sorry I haven't done one for a little while, and I keep saying the same thing every time, but I decided I'm not going to do as many as I used to. There's been a few changes. I'm decided that why should I pay for uploading my podcasts through a partner company of my website It's not worth it because there's so many other free platforms out there. So I decided that I'm not going to. And plus there was only the views, the stats on the website were not that fantastic. I mean, mind you, I don't really do it for the views. Obviously, I don't get anything out of the views, but I just thought it's not really worth it when you have free platforms such as, Periscope. All my stuff's on Periscope. I have hardly deleted anything off Periscope. There's years worth of stuff there when I was looking on my account the other day. And you've got YouTube, it's not monetized, this type of thing, because I use some copyright music, so even though I can use it, I can't monetize, which is fine. Not interested in monetizing, so I got YouTube there, and I got Periscope. So, if I wanted to, I could put it on SoundCloud as well, if I wanted to. So I don't need to be paying not hefty, but an annual fee to Podbean for like $150, and then there's another site, AWS or something, charged, I don't know, they charge like a couple of bucks every few months or something. I don't know what they do, but someone set it up for me, but it's not really, the whole thing's not really worth it. So it's not totally gone yet, but the website won't be there soon, so that's cool. I'm not using it for anything other than putting up a podcast, which I can do on 2 other free platforms, so what's the point? So that's gonna be gone. I can still talk to people on Skype. I can still, if I wanted to, use the Discord channel. Got YouTube and all that sort of stuff. So that's the only changes that are happening with me. And also, one other reason why I don't do as much podcasting as before is because I guess my internet, since I moved to this address, is just not good. I've been fighting with my provider Telstra for well over 12 months. And the speed is still shit. So let's do a speed test live on air, because I know all you American bastards are all got fucking fantastic freaking internet. I don't know about Canada. I don't know if Mr. President Jeff Counts is as good as the US. I think he might be along the same lines as me. So let's do a speed test right now, because every now and then Telstra, they send me this text. They say like, oh, you raised a ticket. If you're happy, please say yes. If say no, someone's going to contact you. So I say no every time, right? And then for the next 3 days, I get bombarded with fucking phone calls, all from different numbers that really shit me off. So I've just gone through so much trying to fix it. Okay, I'm doing a speed test right now. Oh my god, this is as bad as it's ever been, right? I'm only getting 15 Mbps, 15 point something, nearly 16. That's all I'm getting. Gotta turn this down. That's all I'm getting, right? On download speed. It's ridiculous. The minimum I'm supposed to have is 25. And my upload speed, right, which used to be fucking so good, is 7.7, 7.8 MB. I mean, that's disgusting. I had 35 at the other house, and podcasting was nice. And they fucking wanted me to go to NBN, so I go to NBN, and now I got fucking half that speed. It's fucking bullshit. I complained, and they told me that in Telstra terms, I'm 905 somethings, whatever fucking unit of measurement they use, from the node, which apparently is a long way. So, bad luck. I brought a house that's not fucking close enough to the node to get decent speed. I mean, it's absolute bullshit. And you'll see all this Auzzie makes fun of this NBN system that we have. It's fucking bullshit. They're using a mixture of copper and wires, and it's fucking terrible. Anyway, getting on to more positive things. I've been buying a lot of stuff, tools and stuff, because I think I told you on my last podcast that I was getting into doing arcade machines. So I brought an arcade machine, and then I decided that I had some of the main parts for years now on the shelf, and I wanted to build my own. And I want to build one for my nieces, who love the old games. The old games like Pac-Man and Galaga and Galaxian and Space Invaders and Frogger. Oh, Frogger, fucking hell. Didn't I turn back the time on that? Not as good as I used to be, I tell you. But anyway, I got my one sort of, it's not in pieces, but it's apart because I was looking at what I needed. So I brought all these tools to do the job. And I brought this like cordless circular saw off eBay, right? So I get it last week because I decided the drop saw is not just quite enough in order to cut one long cut. So I really needed a circular saw. So I can use both. So I wanted some new tools anyway because I was spending a bit of my money. So I brought this cordless circular saw, right? $129, right? And it's not the cheapest circular saw. There's cheaper in Australia, but it's probably a medium size. So I buy it, right? It comes last week. I open it up. I went, oh, yeah. And I didn't really think too much about it at the time because I was pretty tired when I got home one day last week when it arrived. I had a closer look the next day. It's got no fucking blade in it, right? It's got no blade in it. Like, they shipped it with the safety cover off, screws it loose in the box, no blade. So I complained about it having no blade. And they said, oh, yeah, sorry, we'll send you a blade, right? This is days and days of communicating. You know, first you got to take a picture and upload it and all that sort of stuff. I don't know if you Americans have the same problem with your eBay or the process is exactly the same, but that's what we have to do here. We have to show them what's missing. And anyway, so I thought, I can't wait for this blade. I want to cut the timber up like today. I wanted to just do the bottom so I could start mounting the feet and mounting the parts on the inside and then cut the outer pieces later. Anyway, I opened the battery. Usually the battery comes with a bit of charge, but you normally got to charge them up. So I pop the blade in. So I go and buy the blade. I fit a blade. It cost me like $35 for a blade. So I put the blade in the circular saw. I put the battery in. I push the little buttons that you got to hold in to start it. Nothing. It's dead. And I thought, oh, fuck it. It's dead. All right. Maybe the battery is dead. Maybe this has been stocked. It's been sitting on their shelves for a long time, and it needs to be charged. So put the battery on the charger. Well, when the battery sits in the charger, usually got like a green light, and then you got a red light, or something will flash when it's charging, and then when it charges, it starts flashing, or you get like a solid LED light. This thing was a bit weird. It was flashing, the red light was flashing, blinking, which I thought was unusual. And then when I took it out, put it back in, then the red light went solid. I thought, oh, maybe it's charging. It's dead flat. It's got to charge, right? It says a quick charge like an hour. Probably, for the tradies, they can put it on charge for an hour, then they can use it again. It doesn't look like it's going to last a long time, but it's perfect for what I need it for. I'm only doing like half a dozen cuts. Anyway, I put it in the circular saw after it's been charged. Nothing. It's fucking dead. So I don't know whether it's the battery, whether it's the charger, or whether it's the saw. But after getting the saw without the blade, I'm fucking fed up. So I complained to them again. You know what they say this time? Oh, can you send us a short video? This is what you do. So you take a video, you upload it to streamable.com or whatever, and then you send them the link or whatever. So I've done that this morning. And I'm just fed up. Yeah. I mean, it's not the money. Trust me, I won't give a shit about the money. The money's spent, but I don't know. At this stage, I want, I told him, I said, look, just how about a full refund? You take this off my hands, or you give me a complete new workable unit, and you test it before you put it in the box. But anyway, we'll see what happens tomorrow when they send me a reply. Anyway, without further ado, today is Aussie Rules with Count Country, and it's been a while since I caught up with my mate Jeff. So I'm going to call him. And if any of you know, he started a Count Country when he wanted to separate himself from another community, and I thought it was quite unique and quite much respect for that. And it was funny, and he's been doing his own thing for a while now, and I believe he's been doing a little bit of I don't know if you want to call them shows, but they're like hangouts. I like calling them hangouts. He's been doing hangouts on Crowdcast, and yeah, he's a good guy, and I've always seen that in my friend Jeff, and regardless of other people trying to interfere and stuff, it just doesn't work because Jeff and I have a good relationship. So I'm going to call him up, and we're going to talk about Crowdcast, and we're going to talk today about Kiss. There's a few things about Kiss that we want to talk about. They've been touring, and I was reading a little bit of information about them this morning. So we're going to talk to Jeff about Kiss, because Jeff and his brother are both big Kiss fans.
Hey now.
Hey buddy. I really like this.
Hello.
I really like this.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Fuck. You give me a heart attack there for a minute. Thought I was going to have a problem again. So how are you, Mr. Count Country?
I'm doing good. How's Casper doing?
Yeah, pretty good. I was just whinging. I don't know if you were listening. I was just whinging about my circular saw that I brought off eBay that doesn't fucking work. But other than that, yeah, I'm having a pretty lazy weekend.
Yeah. Are you live or are you re-recording this?
We're live. We're live on Periscope.
Okay, because I checked the Twitter and I didn't see. You haven't got it on Twitter
No,
though.
you know why? I have. Did you hear me talking about this before? When I go live on Periscope, I get an error message straight away that won't it doesn't post it on Twitter,
Hmm.
and I don't know how to fix it. I tried fixing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix it. Like I'd have to manually tweet it or something like that. I think which when you're live like on Periscope, say you're in the car or you're out, whatever. I got rid of the Twitter on my phone because I just didn't want the drama during the day. I didn't want to read my Twitter during the day when I was at work and then worry about any of that shit. So I only check Twitter when I get home at night, where it doesn't matter if I get annoyed, because that's
I'm
yeah.
I'm not on Twitter a heck of a lot these days.
So anyway, it doesn't
But
tweet, but I ain't live.
I didn't go in. I didn't bother going into Skype, so I didn't hear your intro or anything. I know you were telling me you were planning on uploading a Kiss song.
Yeah, I was watching a video this morning on YouTube, and I just how I love that song War Machine.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gene sings that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my intro, and then I went into the Aussie Rules normal intro, and then I went live type thing on the air. So, yeah, I always put something just before my Aussie Rules intro every week. I mix it up a little bit. So, but anyway,
Yeah.
you can when I post it today on YouTube or even on Periscope, you can watch the whole thing on Periscope again. Listen to yourself. I usually listen back to it once, my podcast, the next day. And then I don't listen again until I sound of my own voice.
Just to make sure the audio and all that shit's taken care of, right?
Yes, but
Everything went smoothly.
I do a pre-test. I don't know if you know, but when you use Periscope Producer, you can preview your podcast before you go live. So if you play something on your computer, you can make sure it's coming out properly, and then you talk. You talk, and then you can test it on your phone whether you can listen to yourself back, and then you know that it's going to work. That's what I do every week. Every time I do my podcast, anyway.
Right on. You sound crystal clear. You sound good. I hope that I'm sounding good.
You do.
I fiddled around for a whole day.
Wow.
With these settings. I finally figured the damn thing out. It just fuck. And even my camera. I figured out why my camera was so like everybody's saying, "Oh, Jeff, it looks like you're a ghost." I went in and I just nailed it. I figured it out that I had the brightness way up, and that it had this blue haze on the bottom all the time.
Okay.
I turned the brightness right down, and it fixed it. But I still ordered a 1080p camera on the Amazon that I'm waiting for. So,
you got that? Have you got that back yet?
Huh?
You haven't got that back yet? Oh, I'm getting getting feedback. You got your headphones in?
Yeah, I got the headphones in now.
Okay.
Lots of fireworks going off.
Yeah, okay.
Victoria's birthday, the Queen's mother.
Right.
Monday's a holiday for us.
Oh, nice. It's because it's only Saturday there, right?
Yeah.
Nice. And what do we talk about first? We talk about Crowdcast first, or should we talk about Kiss first?
What song did you upload on Kiss? Oh yeah, you said the War Machine, right?
Yeah, War Machine. Yeah.
I've sent you a few stuff. There's a guy named Eddie Trunk.
Trunk.
Yeah, and I listen to him all the time. He's got a great podcast. Guy knows everything about rock bands. And he was a huge Kiss fan, and he's always uploading a lot to say updates about Kiss, and he's got his opinions. He's had his falling out with Gene and Paul because of some of the stuff that he hasn't been too happy with Kiss. Kiss has been, Paul hasn't been, when you go to a live show, you pay for a live show, and they're finding out that Paul is dubbing his lyrics and shit, right? That's not cool.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that stuff. Yeah. I mean, look, I know his voice was apparently shot years ago, and he had some throat operations, and I read all about that. But I was really, really surprised to hear that he's doing any of that sort of stuff. That really shocked me.
when it comes down to that, you've got to say that's it. When you're not able to sing that, you're going to a concert. You expect a live concert. You're paying for that.
Yeah.
And he actually mentioned a friend of his in Buffalo. They did it in Buffalo, or was it Buffalo or Boston? Boston, somewhere. One of his friends got a rebate saying, "Hey, I was expecting a live show," and then found out a lot of the tracks Paul was dubbing his voice.
Yeah.
And they actually gave the guy a rebate, the Ticketmaster.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I don't want
That's
to.
interesting.
Yeah. I guess I don't want to. Feedback.
Yeah. And another thing is he criticized Paul and Gene because of the thing about the makeup. They got two guys there. One is the cat, and the other is the spaceman.
Yeah.
Which is Ace Frehley and Peter Criss, and they're that was theirs, but I guess they own the rights. Paul and Gene owns the rights to the
correct. Yeah.
The cat and the spaceman, but still, that was theirs. That was Peter Criss, and that was Ace Frehley.
Yeah, but even if they were all fine, like Peter Criss apparently is pretty much gone, like as far as drumming. Ace Frehley can still cut it quite easily. I mean, he's recovered. He's recovered back from his demons that he had. Yeah. During Kiss and probably after Kiss, he's come back strong. I mean, he tours, and I've listened to some of his stuff. He still plays Kiss songs with other people, and it sounds just as fucking good.
Yeah, he's always been good, and he's been sober for many, many years.
Yeah.
And has his beef with Gene and Paul as well.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he could have got back. I'm pretty sure they would have took him back if they didn't have such a good guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, I mean, look, think of all the other people that have done that job. Not just Tommy. If you remember, there was at least Vinnie Vincent and Mark St. John. There's probably at least 3 other guys that have tried to be in that band before Tommy.
Yeah.
Got the full-time gig,
His last one, he did one a couple of days ago, and he was talking about how they have been making a lot of money on this reunion, last tour.
I was just reading about it. They've pulled in so far. They pulled in 50 mil. Gross,
okay, and you know what he was explaining why they're making so much money is they're charging the fans shitloads of money for VIP packages.
Oh, $1,500 here in Australia.
Outrageous stuff. I don't know if this is true, but he was saying that one of the VIP packages is $3,000, but you get to go backstage and try on Gene's boots. Like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
You get to play one of his guitars in the VIP room, for $3,000. It's ridiculous.
Yep, seen that. Yep, I saw some videos.
So this is where they're making all their money, right? There's the diehard Kiss fans that are going to pay that have the money to blow, right?
They're averaging around 10,000. They're selling anywhere between 10 and 13,000 tickets per show. So
yeah.
And I don't know. I tried to get tickets. I looked again today, Jeff. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I looked again today because stupid me left it too long to look for tickets, and I sort of got distracted. And I don't know. I thought there would always be tickets. Like we're in May now. I was looking in March, and they were pretty much all gone for this one Brisbane concert, which is only about half an hour away. So I looked again today. And I can buy a standing room, standing floor room only, which I don't really want to do. I'd rather have a seat, because there's a lot of bullshit before and all that sort of stuff, and I don't really want to be standing out for 4 hours or something. So I looked for either gold reserve seating or silver reserve seating. I wasn't real fussed about whether I was in the lower tier or the upper tier. It didn't really fuss me. I just wanted to be there for the last concert, and I wanted to, be able to maybe do a Periscope while I was there and stuff like that. Not that it would come out that good, but and all the tickets are exhausted except for the ground tickets, and they want a fortune for them. And then the VIP is $1,500. I think that gets you a ticket as well as obviously other things. And I went through a few different sites because partners of the Ticket Tech sometimes have other tickets, so I went through a few other sites. Can't buy what I want to buy. Now I was willing to spend the the silver reserved or whatever, which I think out here is $200. So
Mm-hmm.
it's $200. When I was first looking, they were only $149 or something like that, and I thought, oh, that's cool.
Well,
And
yeah,
I can't-
you know that. Well, you know my brother Phil. He's a huge Kiss fan,
oh,
right?
huge, yeah, huge.
Yeah, and he's got like every album, and he's even got the
He showed me.
Ace Frehley solo one.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the other guys though. He likes Ace is his favorite. But I have another chance. We have another chance. I think and their tickets are available. They're doing an August 17th show in Toronto at the Scotiabank Arena.
I'd go, mate. If you can get tickets for you and Phil,
So
go.
there's tickets still available. I looked into it. So
How much are the tickets in Canada?
it varies, man. It depends what, like you said, it depends where you want to sit, right? There's so many. It depends on the stadium too, right? Or
How much you
playing.
willing to spend though on the last Kiss concert that you're ever going to see?
I'm hoping it's no more than like $1,000.
Oh, that's you'll easily get what you want. Just get gold reserve seating. They're only probably $300 or something. You got to buy it for
That'll
you
be
and
the
your
end
brother.
of the end. They better not lip sync, Paul.
Yeah. Well, you don't know what you really don't know what he is and what he isn't doing though, because obviously there's some songs he must be struggling with these.
Yeah, well,
voices.
that's it. You know, he's getting up there, right? It is time for them to pack it in.
Yeah, I agree.
But Gene is such a marketing guy. They sell everything like from Kiss coffins to Kiss credit cards to Kiss condoms, anything you can think of. The guy's just a huge marketing guy, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's done well from.
He did a reality show.
Did you know his
remember?
mum? Did you know his mum passed recently?
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, I only just saw that yesterday. I didn't hear anything about that, but yeah, he was doing some sort of presentation, some military thing, and he was almost breaking up when he was talking about his mother.
He was at the White House the other day,
Was
but
he?
he didn't meet Trump or anything.
Oh yeah, it was at the White House.
He's at
yeah,
he spoke at the Pentagon.
Yeah,
the Democrats are all freaking out. Oh, look at this! Why would you have Gene Simmons speaking at the Pentagon? There's more important things to concentrate on. He didn't even meet Trump. Fuck.
But he was talking about his mom and the
Do
concentration
this all the
camp.
time. Fuck, you know. Have celebrities come, you know. Anyways, but
Out
we won't
of
talk
all
about
the members
politics.
of Kiss, though, I think Gene seems to have held up the best.
Yeah. Well, Gene doesn't. Gene never drank and doesn't smoke.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Apparently, he's never took a drink.
Yeah, that's understandable. So
His only addiction was sex. 5,000 Polaroids.
yeah, I tell you what though, like I mean, he has slept with so many women. I mean, it's without a doubt, like it's legendary, man. I don't know how he ever kept his missus.
And he saves all the Polaroids. That's pretty sick, though, eh?
He's probably, you reckon he's got him in some bulk, some
He's
bank
got them
vault?
in a huge fucking box. I remember when he was doing that reality show, his wife, Shannon Tweed, wasn't just throw them out, Gene.
Yeah.
All the Polaroids. For God's
But you know,
sakes.
he supposedly, allegedly, was doing it even after he's married. Though I read a few stories where he got
Probably.
busted.
He wanted
in the
to
room.
keep that going because of the fans, right? You know. Usually your managers and everybody say, hey, once you get married, you know, like, come on, you're going to lose fans.
Well, let
you
me
know?
ask you something. So you know, you're a big Kiss fan, right? Say you took your girlfriend to the concert, right? And you know you're a big Kiss fan. You love Gene. Would you let Gene bone your girlfriend?
Depends what kind of relationship I have with the girl. Most of the girls that I hang out with are just like a couple of girls just for booty calls and that. Sure,
Yeah.
I don't have like.
If once you told them about his long tongue, for sure, they definitely would want to meet Gene, wouldn't they?
I never. You know, it's all just about if he wasn't famous and he wasn't in a band, he wouldn't be getting chicks. He's not that great looking. Look at him.
No, he's a talker
that
though.
hairdo.
You know, he talks the talk though. He knows how to talk. He's very, very
Yeah,
well educated.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and even though he was in like a, you know, his mum was from a different country and stuff, but he truly is like, he truly loves America. You know.
Yeah.
That's one thing I give
Yeah.
Trump credit for. Like, you know, like he's not my president, but that guy loves America, man. You can't doubt that Trump doesn't love America. You might not like his politics and his business. I mean, he's a pretty good business guy. I've been watching a few YouTube things. He's always speaking all the time. YouTube is just fucking full of. He's at every little fucking presentation there is, and he always talks about, you know, the military, the war, and the business, and all that sort of stuff. He's a real businessman. It's maybe not such a fantastic president, but he's a really good businessman.
Yeah.
Did you know that we just re-elected our prime minister last night?
I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a bit of a swinging voter in the past, you know, depending on who I like, and I really, when I was younger, I used to be a Labour voter, and just the last 10 years I've been more Liberal because I just haven't liked the Labour leaders, and I didn't like Bill Shorten.
Canada here, we got an election coming up, I think, in October.
Your guy's doing pretty good, isn't he?
No, our prime minister, a lot of his ratings are really down. His approval ratings, a lot of people aren't happy with him. I think he's going to get voted out.
What sort of opposition?
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, what's your opposition like?
Yeah, there's so many people that just aren't happy with, he's one of those guys that's promised this and promised that, and he hasn't come through, right?
Yeah.
And the taxes are high, people are struggling. It's just he just hasn't budget the budget properly, you know, and he's a PC guy, you know.
And
probably a liberal will get in this time.
So Jeff, who is his opposition? What are they like?
Oh, I'm not even following it right now.
Oh, okay.
To be honest with you.
All right.
I just, I'm just fed up with it. I used to follow it really close, but
all right.
I had high hopes for Justin Trudeau. He's probably been one of the youngest prime ministers we ever had. The guy's younger than me.
Well, I heard that Trump wasn't happy about the tariff taxes that Canada charged.
Yeah, that got straightened out. Not that great though, you know. But anyway, so you want me to briefly comment on this crowdcast thing?
Yeah. Tell me what's going on with that. Whether what you're going to be doing, if anything.
Yeah, I had some time to think about this long and hard, and I definitely I like the site. There's a few more answers that I want to find out more about their terms of services and stuff like that. Because sometimes I get drinking, I can get myself into trouble if I'm not too familiar with the terms of service, right? I don't want to be forking over all this money and then they fucking turn on me, right? But I do have on Facebook, there's a Facebook page for Crowdcast that they've accepted me on because I've been like a part-time subscriber. And I got a chance to talk to other people that are on Crowdcast, so I may be able to get some more people. Right now it's on hold. I'm planning on bringing it back next month. Hopefully, I've got three important guests that I want to get some new people on, mostly with music. I remember when I had my Fire Talk. Before Fire Talk went under, I had two of my friends that were going to come on. They're both in bands, cover bands, and one of the guys I went to school with, a longtime friend, but they're not on Twitter or anything like that.
Yeah.
But the one guy, his name's, two of them actually are both named Jason. But this guy does a cover band. He's in a Bowie cover band called Bowie Lives. They just did a gig in Niagara Falls just last week. So they're becoming pretty successful as a Bowie cover band.
Yeah.
And he's a really good guitarist. So I'm trying to get him. And the other guy that I was trying to get on my Fire Talk, which agreed to come on before it went under. He's in another cover band, and he's been doing it for many years. And he's the drummer, and the other guy is in a band, and he's really interesting too. And he was going to come on my Fire Talk before it went under, and he's got a really interesting story. He's the singer of this band, but he got into a motorcycle accident. Somebody cut him off, and he had to get his leg amputated.
Oh, fuck.
He's got a really fucked up story. I feel really bad for him, and I'm sure I can get him on. So I want things to go right. I want to make it interesting. I'm trying to avoid the drama and shit. And so if there's no point in me. They've got my credit card. If I go, all I have to do is give them the okay, and I go premium. There's no point in me giving the okay if I'm not ready to do a show. I'm just not ready yet, right?
Okay.
I want it to go right, and I want to do things my way. So hopefully, maybe next month, maybe the beginning of June, I'll have a couple of good guests lined up, and it's just tired of the same old, right? Fucking, you know. So that's about it. That's where I stand right now. But I do like Crowdcast, and most of the fuck ups were on my part, and I've managed to straighten out my audio and my camera situation. So I think when I do come back on, it will be all right.
Yeah, I find some of the best. I don't like calling them shows because they're not really shows to me.
Yeah.
I like calling them like hangouts. I like the old fashioned Google
just a
hangouts.
dog pony show, I call it.
Yeah, I just
I don't mind getting a little crazy, once in a while, but I do want to do some serious shows, and that's why I want to bring in a couple of my buddies that I am a music guy, and I love that aspect, and a lot of people don't know that side of me. Like they see I've uploaded a few songs, not the greatest, but I do have friends that are really truly amazing.
Yeah.
That I want to get on here and interview them, right? So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that would be good if you want to go down that line. I sometimes, you're very like popular person in the other community, so it's going to be very difficult for you to avoid those people, if you know what I mean.
I'm not too worried about that. Like I said, I have, I can if I get fed up, I can turn off the chat. I can kick them, I can ban them. I don't want to do that, but as long as they don't get out of control or whatever, they can do what they want. I think most people are kind of timid to go on there now that they know that I have a tracking system on the Crowdcast, so it kind of freaks them out. But look, if I'm not having fun, I don't want to do it, right?
It was funny. So, it was funny when you. It was funny when you showed it on the screen. Yeah, so this person's on the West Coast, and then we'll scroll all the way over to little old Australia. Here's Casper, Brisbane.
Yeah, that map shows you right there.
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
But and it was funny last week when I did my show. Okay, before I did my show, a few days before I did my show last week, I kept getting DMs. I was getting DMs from Speech Impediment Man because he's on my Twitter, right? He says he wants to go on my show. I said, sure, and he even gave me his phone number, which I was surprised, right?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And so I was on last week, and I said, hey, I'm on. Here you go. And he couldn't figure out how to get in there. So he's not all that bright. And
he's on the whack pack, Jeff.
I know, but apparently he's touring around doing comedy, eh?
Yeah.
Anyways, I said, I can try him out. Sure, I was planning on having him come in. I was going to have him in the green room first to test him out, right?
Yeah.
With
where is
with
that where is that green room? I couldn't work it out.
Oh, when you come in before the show starts, I can invite you, just like I would if I'm live. Well, I can invite you, and I'm in the green room. It's just the same thing, only I'm not live.
Okay, it's just that you invited me last time to the green room and I couldn't work it out. It didn't work.
You don't have to work out anything. All you have to do is show up in the chat.
Okay.
And then I invite you, and you accept, and then you're in the green room.
So what else have you been doing, my friend? Tell me, just changing the subject, just how's your work and all that sort of stuff. They were talking about closing or something. Give us an update on that.
Everything's going good with work. I don't like to talk too much about my private work life, but everything's smoothly, and I haven't heard anything about fucking anything going under.
Okay.
You know, everything. And yesterday I was at a family barbecue at my brother's. That went good, so it got me. You know, I don't like to, you know, I spend some more time with my family, and I am caught up at work a lot. Like I said, not on Twitter. I go a lot. You know, when I'm on, sometimes when I get a little, if I get a little bit of a buzz, I might be doing a little, you know, messaging on Twitter, which I'm trying to avoid, right? So
I
just
noticed.
trying.
I noticed with you though. I noticed with you,
Eh?
Jeff. I noticed with you that a lot of the time you're either pumped up. You know, you're like when some of these trolls, and let's just generally call them trolls. When there's some of these trolls decide to give you a hard time, you know, I've been through it, make up shit, you know, maybe create profile here and there, it's not even you, and sometimes you fight fire with fire. Then other times you'll just you're very passive and you'll just
Yeah,
go,
but most of the time
fuck
it's
'em.
best just to try as much as possible to ignore it, because what they want is an audience.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking for. It's just like somebody doing a prank call with you.
Yeah.
You know, they want you to respond. That's what they're getting a kick. You know, when Howard Stern does all those prank calls with Richard and Sal,
Yep.
it wouldn't be a good call if the guy didn't respond angrily, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So that's the same way. This is the same way on Twitter or any of these fucking, you know, they're bored. They're looking for an attention seekers. They're looking for a reaction from you, right? So a lot of times, just like the situation with me and you and with Fancy,
Oh.
you know. Look at
That's very
Fancy, you get
disappointing.
fucking pissed. That's the whole thing with Fancy. You got pissed off because we're not fucking paying enough attention to him. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll never really fully understand that properly because
But it's partly mental.
well, he jumped on
I'm
there and
sorry.
said some
If he's
horrible
listening to
things.
this, I'm sorry, Fancy, but we did nothing wrong to you. I'm sorry if we didn't
I
give
know.
you much attention, but
Yeah.
seriously, dude, you gotta look into some medication to stop that. And
Yeah.
I'm the one that can tell you that because I deal with it with my brother. You know.
He got so upset when I bloody called him like a brother. Like, how do you do this to your brother? Like, I thought we were going to all stick together, you know? And he just fucking got on there and just shit on us.
Just not happy, I guess. Things aren't working out. Some of these
I'm
people,
leaving
things
him-
aren't working out in their real life.
I like the guy. I'm leaving him alone because I'm not going to just
Yeah.
fucking stand for that to happen every single time he does SoundCloud. He's just, oh, I haven't
Yeah.
heard from this Casper. Or, mate, you're not
Yeah.
going to hear from us because you
I
already fucking
know.
shit on us,
You just
man.
gotta cut the cord, man.
Yeah. But he
Fuck
cut it.
that.
But he cut it first. I didn't want to cut it, man. I fought it for like months, you know. Like, I mean, when he was complaining about us not doing anything, man, I was so, you know, I was really, really sick with that flu. I had the really, really bad virus, and I wanted to, mate. I'm telling you, it was so bad I wanted to end it. And I didn't do anything for a whole month. I was quiet for a whole month because I was really, really sick. And even when I did my first podcast, when I came back after it, I was, if you can listen to it, I'm still coughing. I was still coughing during the broadcast and struggling with my voice. And I was
Yeah.
sick for a month, man. And I only missed like 3.5 days from work. And I was really, really bad. I mean, I went to the doctor. I almost went to the hospital. I spent $150 altogether on medication, you know, antibiotics,
Yeah.
and oh my god, I've never been that sick. I'm gonna cruise through winter, which is just starting in a couple of weeks.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah, mate.
Now, do you get the flu shot?
No, I don't get the flu shot. My mum does.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I don't get the flu shot because I have a pretty good immune system. I only get the flu once every 3 or 4 years. But my mum gets the flu shot because she works with the elderly, so she has to get the flu shot. And she got the flu shot and immediately started to feel sort of off. So
Well, here's one thing I can talk to you about my work. My work, the company encourages us to get the flu shot. They're mad if we don't, but they can't force it on us. So the 1 year I did get the flu shot, and it fucked me up. I was so fucking sick.
fuck your
They're actually pumping the virus into you, right?
correct.
And I said after that, I had to miss a couple of days of work. I said, "Look, you bastards, you!" I said, "They're encouraging all their employees to get it because they don't want people to come to work with the flu, right? Pass on the virus. So they encourage people to get the flu shot, and it's free, right?
Yeah.
So I did that once, and I got really sick, and I ended up missing a few days. And I haven't done it. I haven't done it since. I've been fine. I don't. Some people, I guess, maybe they need it. I don't agree with it. It didn't agree with me, so.
Yeah. They pump you with a low level strain or something to try to boost your immune system or something like that. I don't know the science behind it, but yeah, a lot of people get the flu shot and then get the flu, but it's not.
Well,
it's not the bad.
I looked into it a little bit more, and I asked my doctor about it. I said, "Well, how come? Is there any bad side effects for this flu shot? Because I sure had it." And he says, "Well, are you allergic to eggs? And are you lactose intolerant?" I said, "Yeah, I am." And he says, "Well, that's one of the main reasons. People that are allergic to eggs or lactose intolerant to milk and shit shouldn't be getting a flu shot." So there you go.
Yeah, and it gets fucking cold, man. I mean, you got snow and shit. I don't have snow. I get down to.
We don't, not in Toronto. We don't get the snow. We're in that certain area in Toronto. We don't get a heck of a lot of snow.
Okay. Well, what's I got my my iPhone. I scroll on the weather, and one of the cities that I have in there is Toronto, because I'm always curious, what the weather's like up there around here. So I always flick through, and I get to Brisbane. I look at Brisbane, I see what the weather is.
Now, don't get me wrong, we get some bad weather, like freezing rain.
But you're getting like minus fucking 10 and shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mate, we don't get to minus. We what I call cold would be probably 12.
Usually, when you go about it, all you have to do is step out of Toronto just an hour north, and then bang, it's shitloads of snow. Like we have a place called Barrie, and it's about Barrie, Ontario.
Yeah.
Which is about an hour north from Toronto, and they get shitloads of snow. Once you.
Yeah. Okay.
But Toronto doesn't get a heck of a lot of snow.
Okay.
It's cold though.
Yeah. Okay.
A little cold.
Yeah. What's the coldest it gets there? Minus what?
Oh fuck.
How bad?
Mine, like I've seen it minus 28.
Oh fuck! Really?
Yeah.
What do you do, Jeff, in the
windshield,
house? What do you
windshield
do?
Sometimes feeling like minus 40.
Jeff, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do in your house? Like, tell me. Like, do you pump the heating? Does it cost you a fortune to stay warm, or do you just like put more clothes on and stuff like we do? Like, what do you do? You put like an electric blanket on? Man, I sound like a real wuss now because I put the electric blanket on when it gets down to like fucking 15 or something, and I've got the electric blanket on. What do you do when it's minus?
I actually bought myself a nice portable heater.
So, electric.
And that sucker blows out like it's really good. So
electric heater. So you're spending.
It's just a small one on my night table.
What about your poor brother? What does he do? Just freeze his ass in that room, or what? What does he do?
He doesn't complain too much. Just puts on an extra blanket or something,
Did you fix his CD player? Remember there was it his CD player or something?
It seems to be working. I think he fixed it himself somehow. I don't know.
Probably had something jammed in there. Fuck.
Yeah. So that's about it, dude. So everything's good with you. So are you winning any more money?
No, I haven't had much luck since then. I actually had a good run last night. I got a couple of minors. I played on club money the whole night, so I didn't use any of my money. So I had a good night. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, I just want to mention this briefly. I don't know if you follow our Kentucky Derby, just like a few weeks ago.
No, well, tell me about
the winner was disqualified, and it went to the second race. The second horse was 65-1.
Ooh.
And they disqualified. Big shit over it, man.
Why did it get disqualified?
They said he cut off 2 or 3 horses. It was really the weather was really bad. It was muddy and slippery, and so I don't know. It took them a long time to decide. It took them like a half an hour to decide whether to disqualify the winner. But it was a big shit going on. Even Trump tweeted about it. Yeah. Said that it was bullshit. Trump. You get a tweet from the president, something's going down, right? So that was our big Kentucky Derby thing. But the people that put money on that 65-1 shot.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Did you see the Terminator got taken down? Did you see?
Yeah. It was just he didn't even. He just wasn't even. He took it pretty good. I saw it. I saw the TMZ video. Guy just kicked him in the back, right?
He's fucking 71.
I know. He's doing pretty good, right? Even Sylvester Stallone, man. Fuck, he's still pumped, man.
I'm pretty pumped to watch this last Rambo movie that he's just filmed. I don't know when it's going to come out, but did you hear about that?
I thought they were doing like a Creed 3.
No, he did Rambo where he come back home to remember the end of the last Rambo movie. He was walking down the driveway of his father's property or whatever. It had Rambo or something on the letterbox or whatever. Yeah, well, it takes off from there where he comes back home and then some incident happens in around the town or something. So I don't think it's not like blood and guts. He gets machine guns out like that.
Yeah, I liked all the Rambo movies. I liked them all. Like the second one, maybe it's probably the first one was good and made good money for it. And it was pretty low budget.
Yeah,
but
that one where he fucking went over where he's the boat guy. He's and then fuck, I really like that movie.
Yeah.
That was fucking really good.
That was like the fifth one, wasn't it? Rambo 5 or
something like that. Yeah, but yeah.
The third one, I know he went to Afghanistan. Remember that one?
Yeah. That were pretty low budget, but that last one where if you ever watch it in like high def, like really clear picture of when he gets hold of that fucking machine gun and he starts carving up the fucking the slopes. Oh my god.
Some of my most favorite movies are action films, like Braveheart. I love those. I don't know. I like movies that are based on a true story.
Are you a Game of Thrones person, Jeff?
Yeah, I do. I follow it a bit. I haven't been following this new season. That's been. I'll have to catch up on that. I've missed a couple.
You didn't watch the last one?
No.
Oh, where the dragon... Oh, okay. Yeah, watch that last one, man. It was good. I mean, they've rushed through because they're only doing 6 episodes or something, and they're like an hour and a half long or something. But they've rushed through and killed people off really quickly, which is unfortunate. Yeah. They really should have done like a 10 or 12 season season. But
you really get hooked on those guys. I got hooked on a few of them. I remember The Sopranos.
Those other seasons of Game of Thrones, they'd spend a whole 6 episodes of just traveling from one place to another.
Yeah.
And suddenly now everyone's just dying quick. They're killing off people really quickly. It's like really rushed, and
it's filmed in Ireland.
I'll be glad when it's over, man, because
Northern Ireland. It's where my ancestors are from.
There's a lot of debate on there on Twitter about Game of Thrones, especially with Dougie and Tricep and all the people.
Okay. I don't follow it.
Did you block everyone? When you said you blocked everyone,
I didn't block. Yeah, I didn't. I just unfollowed them all.
So if you unfollow somebody, can they still follow you? Like if they followed you first,
as long as you don't have your account on protection. If you got your account on protection, then they can put in a request to follow you.
No. Say they follow you, right?
Yeah.
And you follow them, right?
Yeah.
And then you unfollow them. Can they still be following you?
Yeah. What you have to do is you have to block them first.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then unblock them.
And then they're not following you anymore.
And if you get your account on protection, if you unfollow them, they're still following you, right?
Yeah, that's what
So what you have to do is you have to block them first, unfortunately, and then you have your account on protection, and then you can unblock them.
Yes.
And then they'll have to put in a request to follow you.
Okay, so the people that I had blocked because I didn't want them to follow me or didn't want to read their shit. So
I just didn't want to read that. Yeah. It's not that a lot of them will think that, what did I do to them? A lot of them didn't do anything to me. It's just, I just don't want to read certain stuff that you guys are talking about. So I just it's not that I blocked you. I just unfollowed you, and I
Yeah, I
just
get
don't
it.
want to read any of the crap you guys are talking about.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can unblock those people now, and they're not
Yeah.
following me, and I'm not following them. Yeah, because I don't have a problem with nearly anyone. I just didn't want to be involved in any of that shit.
Yeah, I
Any of
just
that.
don't want to hear about conversations. Certain. It's all good.
So,
Whatever.
so, so one other thing I just wanted to mention, like, um, so hopefully you'll come back in maybe June. Maybe consider
Yeah.
doing a new type of hangout on Crowdcast, because I'm not comfortable. I don't like you seeing you have spending that money. That's all.
As long as I'm having fun and I'm talking to
You don't have to. You don't have to
interesting.
do no
Once in a
contract,
while, it's
right?
good to. Hey, once in a while, it's good to have some fun. Like I've had some awesome fun talking with Agent Bud and like even fucking Honest Frank.
He
I
called
got
you a flake.
honest. You know what? Honest Frank
He called.
DM'd me
He called you.
yesterday
He
and said,
called you a
"Where are
flake.
you? I was counting on coming on your show." He
Yeah.
was starting. I guess maybe he's getting lonely, or I don't know. He was counting on. He says, "I was counting on coming on." So I said,
Yeah.
"No, I'm not doing one."
I
Frank.
saw him on screen there last time. I mean, it was good to see Frank. I actually like Frank, so.
Yeah, he was. He said, "Oh, did you get banned?" I go, "No, I didn't get banned. I'm not doing a show tonight." No to both questions, but don't worry, I'll be back soon.
All right, buddy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, he probably thought you were banned because he gets banned on everything. But
He said that he said that for the past 2 weeks. He said because he's always getting banned. So. But he made me think about the terms of services because I even asked the girl that I do talk to about it. That's one of the things I should ask her about it. But there's probably a section in there I should read about the terms of services because each site is different, right?
yeah.
Not like Rabbit lets you get away with fucking filming porn on there. I think right? They don't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah. All
But
right.
anyways, so
Yeah,
I
right.
hope that everything's going well, and I'm glad that you did an Auzzie Rules, and
Yeah,
hopefully maybe
man.
we.
That was good. I've been on for an hour. I better fucking end it up. But one other thing too, man. I'm sorry. One other reason why my weekends are pretty full is because I've been putting in a really big effort at soccer. Like the last 3 weeks, I've been really, really going hard. And the result is we had a win, a loss, and a draw. So our results are a little bit better. Like we're all putting in, and unfortunately, I'm really, really sore over the weekend, and I can't sit at my desk for too long before I got to get up. Because my back is a little bit sore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But today I'm not feeling actually too bad, so that's why I did it. But I'm not
That's
going to do one. I'm not going to do one every week. I'm just going to do it when I feel like it. Maybe fortnightly, 3 weekly, whatever. Just whenever.
Need to
I got to
need
work
to
out.
go.
I got to work out how to get it on Twitter. That's all.
You need to go to the massage therapist,
Oh,
and
I could use
one of
that.
those ones
Oh.
with the happy endings.
We don't have that out here. I don't think we have that.
No. Oh,
I
jeez,
get a
they're
lot,
all over. Oh.
Jeff. I get a lot of legit massages, and they never offer the extra.
Uh,
I don't think they're allowed to out here, but anyway.
oh, fuck, everything's legal here in Toronto, man. Gotta
All right,
come
man.
to Toronto. Like you
Thank
said,
you.
they even got the that one, the real doll, fucking.
Oh
parlor.
my god!
You can have sex with a real doll.
Yeah, if Fancy's probably already done it, I'm just saying. But, yeah. All right, Jeff.
So,
thank you for hanging out with me today, man.
Quickly. Next time we were talking about doing
Yeah.
some songs. Maybe we can fit that in sometime next time. Maybe.
Let's do like let's do one each favorite song from like. What did we do first? We did 80s and 90s, haven't we?
Yeah, maybe we could do a song from the 50s. You pick a song from the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
Alrighty.
I'll do some research on it.
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
buddy. Thanks very much for joining me. And
Take care. Thanks for having me.
Okay, mate. Bye-bye.
Peace out.
All right, there's Jeff. Thank you very much, Jeffrey. It's always a pleasure talking to you, my friend. That just about wraps up today. Thank you for the nice comments. I got a few messages, and check out the replay on Periscope, it'll be up on YouTube today sometime. No more Aussie Rules website. For now, everybody, please take care. Peace out. Bye-bye.
You come from a land down under, where women go and men wonder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. I'm bred from a man in Brussels. He was 6'4" and full of muscle. I said, do you speak my language? He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. And he said, I come from a land down under, where leaders flow and men gender.